is. Happy Friday. It's me, Tyrus. Not to be confused with the little guy. He's actually under the chair. Let's welcome tonight's guest. Her favorite government program would be one that eliminates government programs. Host of Kennedy on Fox Business, Kennedy. Many New Yorkers have remorse that they backed the wrong horse. Former New York Congressman Lee Zeldin. She knows more jackasses than a donkey. Co-host of The Bottom Line on Fox Business, the Dagan McDowell. If the world was her oyster, she'd probably get food poisoning. Fox News contributor Kat Timpf. All right, it's Friday, so before we get into some new stories, it's time for this.
Greg's Leftovers.
I don't think anyone ever said with Greg Leftovers. Yeah, it's leftovers. Why are we jokes we didn't use this week? And just like when Greg does it, except taller, it's my first time reading these. Here we go. This week, The View finally lifted its studio audience mask requirements, although doctors still recommended they wear blindfolds and earplugs. Oh boy, we're getting into it, aren't we? All right. It also begs the question, when will the hosts take off their masks? Halloween was 5 months ago. Woo! The Biden administration on what? Roll back down? What is? There was they made the word so big that administration's 2 lines. So I was like, administrate on. No. The Biden administration is suing to block JetBlue's $3.8 billion purchase of Spirit Airlines. Officials claim the merger is all part of a bigger plan to create the world's largest flight. Latest flight. Apparently, I'm going blind as we speak. A biological male weightlifting in Minnesota has won a court judgment to compete in women's powerlifting events. To prove she's not a man, she says if she gets lost on the way to the contest, she'll definitely ask for directions. It is true. Scientists in Switzerland say they've developed a robotic third arm that can help people with daily chores. Oh, God. Wow, now I can really multitask during work calls, said Jeffrey Tubin. Kind of knew it was going there. This weekend, Jimmy Kimmel will host the 95th Annual Academy Awards. And to help boost ratings, Kimmel has offered to slap himself. KFC is once again offering their Double Down sandwich, which replaces a traditional bun with 2 pieces of fried chicken. As a result, customers will have to replace their traditional heart with one from a donor. In other words, that's just fat-tacular. A new report from the World Obesity Federation claims that more than half of the world's population will be overweight by 2035. Hey, the more the merrier, said Michael Moore's cream cheese butler. He has a butler just for cheese. Yeah, you're fat when you have a butler for specific foods.
Cream cheese butler?
Dagan has a whiskey butler. Sir, your cheese is ready. Could you? While discussing his plans for the 2024, Donald Trump suggested that America should develop flying cars. To which an angry Pete Buttigieg responded, "We already have that, sir, and they're called trains." And finally, this week, Sunny D Juice Brand announced the launch of a new tangy orange vodka seltzer. Doctors say it could help alcoholics by making vodka taste like Nice job, writing staff. Nice job, man. Now some news, because this is Fox News after all. Will voters support the presidential push from a Florida governor not named Bush? Not rhyming, but I had no choice. I couldn't think of another person coming out of Florida. Anonymous sources tell Washington Post that Ron DeSantis is indicating privately he intends to run for president in 2024. And that Jesse Waters' hair falls out when he pees.
What?
How would you know? Do we hate Jesse that much? All right. A political committee reportedly launched yesterday that will likely raise money for his campaign. What about Jesse's hair? All right. And he'll need a lot of cash if he intends on clearing the field, like a farmer that hires illegal immigrants. What, you want him to work for free? Or at least as much cash as it would take to hire Joy Reid to speak and clear the field for him. Let's put this into a video game metaphor, because I'm a sucker for a good metaphor. First, Ron will have to defeat boss number one, which is actually a couple bosses, the Nikki Haley's and the Vivek Ramsway. Hopefully I didn't destroy that. Then enter boss number two, the biggest, baddest, McDonald's-loving boss of all, President Donald Trump. He's got fans and insults, and it'll be like going against Dice Clay in the 80s. Apparently no one remembers Dice Clay in the 80s. He did this thing with a cigarette and put it like this, and he said, "Hey, yo," and cussed a lot. Yeah. I didn't know it would be tonight that I knew it was over for Dice. Wow, yeah, big Dice fans. All right. That won't be an easy battle since a new poll suggests they're tied up in Iowa like Greg on vacation. And finally, the last boss, old Joe himself. Although that'll be a cake. We don't do that here. And that'll be a cakewalk since he can't even walk up the stairs. He's such a bad candidate, even his brain left. I'd have to vote for him or I wouldn't be black. I've been auditioning for Latinos, but they haven't called me back yet, so I'll just have to wait. Joe raises his feet about as well as his son raises illegitimate children. What it do, Joe?
Hey, come on, man. I don't care about this stuff. I mean, I'll run against any of these guys. Orange man bad, Florida man bad, it doesn't matter to me. And besides, all I do is go in the basement. They do all the rest, racism, white supremacy, that whole deal. And so I feel pretty good. Hey, I gotta tell you something. I know it's Friday. I don't know what month it is.
Kat, are you surprised that the rumors that DeSantis is running?
No, I think everybody's kind of expecting him to run. And I think that the way that he's sort of handled Trump so far has been super interesting because he just hasn't. Like, Trump will go after him and he just doesn't address it, which if you try to get into a verbal battle with Trump, you're probably going to lose because he'll get really mean and, he's funny. Like, Trump is funny. And Ron's just, like, not doing it. So I wonder what that would look like if it was between Trump and Ron kind of refused to let it be that way.
Yeah, I would. That's definitely going to be interesting. Do you think it's a problem? I hear that a lot. Like, is DeSantis or Trump? But isn't it good if they compete and we get the best candidate?
Absolutely. And I think there's going to be a really big field. And interestingly enough, as each additional person gets in, one might think, well, President Trump doesn't want all these competitors. But there is a certain amount of the Republican primary base that is voting for him no matter what. I would actually say that Nikki Haley getting in the race, for example, probably pulls more support from a Ron DeSantis than it does a Donald Trump. So the bigger the field gets, Tim Scott, Mike Pence, Mike Pompeo, the bigger it gets. If everyone gets in, I think it actually plays to President Trump's advantage. I think having a good, spirited, healthy debate and process is fantastic. But what's important is that when it's done and there's a nominee, everyone needs to get behind that winner or Joe Biden's going to get a second term.
I was about to say, he's no Dice Clay. You can clap. It's all good. Can't believe you don't like Dice Clay.
What Jack did do went up the hill.
See, Dagan knows.
Instead of water, you came down with 250. Oh, that's not the joke, but.
Hey, good enough. Hey, it's phenomenal. So, do you think the bigger the field is more practice for President Trump? Because we got a ton of nicknames, and a lot of people got ruined. I mean, we still looking for Mr. Jeb Bush.
So far, his nicknames have been. But all these articles are like, I'm hearing from my sources that Ron DeSantis is going to run for president. What? The template is you write a book, you slim down, you perpetually stand in front of a microphone. If you're a governor, you're running for president. Mm-hmm. The same template for a mature gal. You get a tummy tuck, full facial waxing, order a dozen fishnets on Amazon. You're divorcing and getting ready to go whoring. It's the same thing. You're running for president, being a slut. Right?
Truer words have never been spoken.
Right? And I say that with deep admiration.
Kennedy, last word to you.
Two things. Mary, quite contrary. Trim your shit so damn hairy. And two, I cannot wait for my fishnets to get here.
I'm
not running for president, but I'm planning on doing a lot of slutting this spring.
Your face! You don't know what face to make!
Yeah. And you can't
There
leave.
isn't one for that.
You're here for the whole.
I see you trying different options.
No, this is
I can see
perfect
you
for a
thinking none
Friday
of these
show, though.
fit. Hope the camera doesn't cut to me. It's on you now, baby.
Security's not here for them. It's to make sure you don't leave. Before we go, come see me live. I'll be in Crowley, Louisiana, April 21st, Houston, April 23rd, and Walhalla, South Carolina on May 5th. Visit the link tree on my Instagram for tickets.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.